Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Baby Show, episode 41. I am B.
And I'm Chic.
And I'm Chris.
Tick-tock, you don't stop.
Oh, bringing it
I
back.
stopped.
Look at that. Little throwback Wednesday.
Every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good,
doing?
man.
Doing
Life is
good?
good.
Life is good.
Things are going well.
Life took a turn for our friend Chick.
3
Old
days and I'm a
Chick.
new person.
Old Chick.
I know that he's doing good because he didn't shut up on the entire ride here. He
Yeah, when
drove
Chick's
me
in a happy mood, I don't shut up.
He didn't stop talking.
And about good things,
Oh,
positive
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Good.
You're in a good mood. You could
Good.
talk
You're
the ear off a
smiling.
brass
Yeah,
monkey.
no, I'm smiling. I
He
told
just doesn't
him,
stop.
now that I got a job and I don't feel like such a piece of shit anymore, my whole life feels better. Even though I'm not making, I'm not, like I said, I'm not making a ton of money. It's just nice to get back on that grind.
Get on the
have something to
grind.
do every day.
Right. Leave the house kind
Yeah,
of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Have
So-
a sense of purpose.
It's
kinda
good to
like.
have a sense of
Hey,
And
you
it's-
make some fucking money.
And yeah, exactly. Now I'm making some money. I actually have a little future at this place, and
Now,
I'm
do the
excited.
listeners know you got a new job? I don't even know if we
We
ever
mentioned
talked
that it
about
was
we
coming
mentioned
up.
Did we?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, but
Okay.
it has officially started this Monday. And yeah, I'm a regular old commuter, commuting to BK and back every day.
Nice.
And I was telling B, at first I was dreading the drive because I was also in a miserable state of mind. I'm like, it's gonna be 2 hours in,
Well,
2
you
hours
made it
out.
back.
I got
to
off early
Farmington.
today
Oh, I
because
was
it's like a
gonna say,
training
like,
week,
that's
so
crazy.
it's not like There's still like I'm in training
Alright,
mode, so I got a
right.
shortened day today.
That's cool.
But yeah, man, I'm not complaining yet. So
Yeah.
it's like a 2-hour drive
Next
in
week.
and out. Yeah, in and out of work now, which I don't mind car rides, so I don't mind it that much. Doing it every day may get a little may
gonna
play
get old.
itself out. It's gonna get old.
Yeah.
But I just found out that I will probably be doing 1 to 2 days there and then 3 days in Long Island. So it's not going to be every day.
That's
so
a
that was-
perfect little mix.
It is. It's a
That's
nice
great.
little mix. And I was telling B, my brother's been asking me to watch this podcast about David Goggins since before Christmas. He told me about it. And I've been meaning to do it, and I've had nothing but time, but haven't done it. Now I have 2-hour car rides. I was like, you know what? I'm in a good mood. Let's throw this shit on. And it was life-changing.
Now, who's David Goggins?
Now, David Goggins, for those of you who don't know, he is a retired Navy SEAL, and now he is an ultra runner, and he's just like a super positive influence on everyday people doing things that are above and beyond what people think they're capable of.
Right.
And he had a 2-hour special on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he had 2 of them. I listened to both of them, and then I listened to another guy, Jesse Itzris. Am I pronounced?
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
But he's the writer, right?
He's the writer
Yeah.
who lived with him who had David
Yeah.
Goggins live with him for 30 days and then wrote a book about it.
Okay.
He lived his schedule. too.
He trained him basically for
Right.
31
Yeah.
days, and he had him doing this crazy stuff. And I mean, it's something that even to me explaining it won't do it justice. You have to hear it out of his mouth, but it's just so positive. It was literally life-changing as far as my mentality, and I, like you said, I told you, I feel completely different.
Good.
This
Yeah.
guy was a fat, out-of-shape fuck at 28 years old. He was like 295 pounds, lost 150 pounds, and did 3 trainings to become a Navy SEAL in 1 year because he got hurt during them, but he went through the Hell Week
Oof.
all 3 times.
That's badass.
Then he did Delta Force training. He holds the pull-up record for 24 hours. It's like over 4,000 pull-ups. He's an ultra runner. He runs over 100 miles.
Yeah, he does those
And
Bigfoot races.
He did 31 miles of a 101-mile race with every bone in his feet broken. And he had kidney failure and still did it.
That's some fucking
This
head
guy just
strength.
he just pushes himself through, and his whole motto is every day you should do something that sucks. And it's true.
Is that why you started working again?
Yeah, exactly. No,
gotta
but
do
it's
something
just
that sucks.
I've had
Something
a
that
whole new
sucks.
outlook on life since I've listened to this. And listen, I'm not going to be doing ultra running next, but there's certain things you can take out of it, and I'm really just trying to change that. Mind of mine.
That's good. Yeah, I don't think you need to start doing marathons.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing a marathon anytime
Yeah,
soon.
no.
You might
But-
not even do a pull-up. But
But it's just a
it's a mindset. I
it's
get
a
you.
mindset,
I like that,
exactly.
yeah.
And I'm really just trying to stop the bullshit and really just don't complain. I mean, I'm always going to complain. That's what I do on this podcast.
Yeah.
But
Appreciate life and
just really push myself to do
Get
things
after
that
it.
people think that you can't do. It's more of a fuck you, I can do it.
I've been practicing gratefulness, and it sounds a little ridiculous, but I forget where I heard it. I listen to a million different things. I read a lot of nutty stuff. And I started doing this, I guess, like a week and a half ago. Like, just in the shower, I would, like, say out loud, like, oh, man, look at this shower. Like, I'm so happy I have this shower. Like, look at this
true,
shower.
though.
And just, like, small stuff. Like you know,
Bless you.
I was going away. I'm like, I'm going to see some of my best friends this weekend. How lucky am I? And it's like this weird.
Does it work for you?
Totally worked.
Yeah.
Like, it was this weird
awesome.
psychological switch. And I'm doing it every morning. I'm just like
You got
when
to
you're
appreciate
driving,
the days you have, man.
Yeah. Next week I'll be down in the dumps, I'm sure.
Well, here's my thing. I'm never going to change who I am. I'll always complain or find
Yes.
something to be pissed off about. But it wasn't a matter of, like, don't be mad. It's just, like, every day you got to do something that you may not want to do just to make you a better person. So it's not a matter of being, oh, I'm going to love everybody. It's just a matter of pushing yourself to do things. And that's really what I'm trying to, like, no more sitting home, not, you know, I got to get up every day.
Being
and
productive.
Yeah,
and
be
fucking-
productive
yeah.
every day. So every night when I go to sleep,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, you know, I feel like I owe you're owed the rest that you get at night or some shit like that.
You
But
earned it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was just like this dude was completely life-changing stuff. I recommend anybody who listens to us, if you're going to listen to us for about an hour, listen to this guy, David Goggins.
Yeah.
Read his book. It's crazy. And if for nothing else, it's just an amazing story that it's just, it's not even believable.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, I've been in a great mood this past 3
That's
days. I've been
awesome,
sick
man.
as a
I'm
dog
happy.
working,
Yeah,
and I
you
just
do-
feel
I can
good
hear
now.
it. I was surprised to see you in such a good mood because, judging from your text, I was telling Chris last night, I was like, yeah, Chic just doesn't seem right. He doesn't seem right.
I've been sick, and that's really what it
maybe
was.
it's just
I
you
can
being
promise
sick.
you that.
Or maybe I'm just not used to this positive aura.
Yeah, I think that's
coming
what
out
it is.
of me.
No one's going to be.
It's weird.
I've been trying, like, dude, I'm in group text with, like, some of my friends and stuff, and anybody I talk to, I'm like, dude, you got to, David Goggins. This guy's been around for a little while now, and now he's, like, new to me, so now I'm like, you guys all got to listen to this guy. Man,
Like,
he's
we
changing my-
landed on the moon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel like. We landed on the moon. It's great stuff, and it really, I got like a whole new lease on life. Right
That's
now.
awesome, man. I'm happy to hear that. And you know what? Like you said, it's little small steps, like every day.
Yeah,
just like,
exactly.
you know, whatever. Just getting out of bed and like whatever.
Deciding I'm not just going to sit and watch
Exactly.
Netflix all day,
Exactly.
like shit like that. Yeah,
It's like, you know what? I could watch Netflix, but I'm not going to watch it until after I walk a mile to
Right.
start,
I
or
do
run a
something-
mile.
I do something that's
where
gonna
it's
help
like,
me.
Yeah, it's almost like
Or read a
reward
chapter of this
yourself
book
with
or something like that.
a Netflix movie or show.
Yeah. I just finished a book, like one of my I think I told you guys I set myself like these dumb goals they're not dumb, they're good.
They're not.
I set myself like goals every year, like comedy goals, and I try to like I write down every set
Do you
I
try
do.
and set like reasonable ones?
Yes.
Or do you
Oh,
like go
no.
above and beyond and like you want to make something that's really like
Yeah. I think it's good to be reasonable, but also like push
Shoot
it.
for
You
stars
want
a
to
little bit.
push out of your comfort zone, but not like
Yeah. Like push it where it's like, all right, it's doable, but I'm really gonna have to bust my ass to do it. So I did that last year, like with just like sets, and I passed it. Like I gave myself a year, and the goal I set was I blew by it by September. So this year I upped
There
it.
we go.
I upped it. I doubled it.
nice.
So like it's gonna be tough, but yeah.
Hey, that's what you got to do. Push
great.
yourself.
But another thing is I want to read more. Like I always like to read. I'm a reader, and I read this book. I started off. I got myself a Kindle, and the first book I read was this guy Chris Gethard, one of my favorite people
I've heard
of all
of him,
time.
but I don't know much about him.
He's a comedian / improviser. He did this show on public access called the Chris Gethard Show.
That's where I know him.
Yeah, and then it went to True TV.
Okay, yeah, that's why I know the name.
Had an HBO special called Career Suicide that's really good, and it's about him dealing with depression, all this stuff. But he has this book out. I read his first book, and it was just about stories about growing up in New Jersey and being this weird guy. And the second one just came out last year. It's called Lose Well, and it was just about like how failing at something is good. Like fail over, it's that old cliche of, you got to fail to succeed.
Yeah.
But he says, the way he breaks it down, it's really interesting. And another thing that turned my mood around was that book. And like I was telling you, I want you to read
the
it.
one that you were telling me about last
Yeah.
night, right? Yeah.
Chris Gethard, Lose Well. There was one chapter in there that talked about comedy that was just like, it hit me so like, oh
Yeah.
my God. So I finished it in like 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
And I'm on to another book. But
Are you opposed to audiobooks?
Not at all. I have an audio book thing.
I get my Audible like once a month.
I think
Yeah,
that's what I
token
might have to
thing,
do to get my. Because listen, man,
Well, I'm in the car a lot too. So
exactly.
Right.
And now that
Yeah,
I
with
drive
your
a
car
lot, like
ride.
I don't, and I'm more of a visual person usually. Like I don't like reading per se. I
Yeah.
watch documentaries and things of that nature. And I've been wanting to read, but the problem is, it's just I'd rather listen to somebody talk
I agree.
Yeah.
than read.
I don't have like the attention span
Neither do
to
I.
read.
I'm probably
Yeah.
the same way.
Like
you
I like
are.
reading like Bukowski type stuff. So it's like shorter like
paragraphs.
Yeah.
And
paragraphs and like short stories
I
and
like some
poetry
Bukowski.
and stuff like that. But I can't focus on like a full. Like
I agree with
I
you.
love history books, but I can't read them.
I love
Right.
history.
Like I
too,
have
and
to
wa-
listen to them.
Exactly. That's how I do everything, and I have to listen to it or watch it. And now I'm like, you know what? I might, because there's a lot of books that I want to read, and I don't because I don't want to read. So
Yeah,
it's like
dude,
I
definitely.
might just get into audio.
Get yourself in what audiobook.com, is that what it is?
Audible.
Audible.com.
It's through Amazon. It's like
Oh, all
it's
right.
good.
Yeah.
I'm probably
It's
definitely
really
gonna
good.
do
Yeah,
it.
you
I
should
think
do that.
It's like $15 a month, and that's for one audiobook a month. And then if you have the membership, you get discounts on all the other.
Oh, it's
books.
awesome.
So it's
Yeah.
it's
My
worth
eyes
it.
are terrible, so I gotta listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like the audio. I do like to sit down and read every once in a while.
I do too. I save it for like those smaller things. Like I'm reading
Yeah.
right now Meditations.
Okay.
It's
I don't
like
know that
Marcus Aurelius was
Marcus
he was
Aurelius,
like a
the
Roman
old
emperor.
Roman emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took over the world, and he had like a journal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't he right after Caesar? Right.
I'm not positive.
A couple people after Caesar, I think.
I'm not 100%
Couple people
sure,
have
but
to see.
I thought.
But,
I really
um,
think he was
yeah.
like, yeah.
he had like a journal, and they found it, and so someone just
Really?
published it.
I
That
didn't know
sounds
that.
interesting.
It's crazy, dude.
That is crazy.
Fucking nuts.
That's nuts.
Imagine somebody that old, like back in that day. What is he writing it on? Fucking like
I
a
don't know what
stone.
the-
He's writing his journal
Yeah.
every day.
I don't know.
It's crazy,
But there's
right?
some good shit in there, though.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
like a
I'm sure,
philosopher.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's good stuff out there.
Yeah, it's good
There's
stuff,
a lot of
dude.
tons of this.
Just
Just
positivity
look at us, positivity.
radiating
You know
from
what?
us.
And that's what I said. I said anything that can change my mind, somebody's got to listen to, because I am the most narrow-minded person.
Yeah,
I
you're
used to come-
stubborn as
I'm
fuck.
so
Oh,
stubborn,
yeah.
and that's
One
why
of
I
the
tell
most
people like
stubborn.
this thing changed my life. Where I can only imagine what it will do to somebody who's more open than me. David Goggins, everybody, go out there and listen to him
All right.
and read his book. But
Yeah, I'm gonna. I like I said, I saw bits and pieces of that on YouTube, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna sit down and read them.
Yeah, I gotta check
watch
that
the
out.
whole
I don't
thing.
think I listened to that full episode. so
But you know what else I wanted to tell you guys?
Tell us.
Because my birthday's coming up.
Oh,
And I'm not
yeah.
going to say the day.
All right. Happy
Because
birthday.
what I did on Facebook, and I realized it after seeing, like, one day there was just like 10 people's birthdays on Facebook, and I'm like, literally picking and choosing who I'm going to say happy birthday to and who I'm
Yeah.
not. Because you don't want, like, if I don't talk to you at all, I'm not going to do the fake happy birthday just because I see you
can't
on
have
there.
that.
And so I erased and I took off my birthday from being public on Facebook because I didn't want, tons of birthday messages from people I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck about. Or I don't
exactly.
want to talk to
Right.
on Facebook. And I'm not a big birthday person. I probably, and I did this while I'm in this big mind awakening, these 3 days, and I decided, you know what? I'm taking the birthday off of Facebook.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
Not that they have anything to do with
I don't
each
see
other.
how they're related.
So
but-
yeah.
They're not.
All right.
but
So you said this, but what is it? So you don't like people
I hate
saying
getting
happy
attention
birthday?
on my birthday.
Okay.
Hate it. Like I don't, my family. I you know what? Like if my brothers didn't call me, I'd be annoyed. But like friends and like outside stuff, I don't even want you to acknowledge my birthday
Why?
because I'm not a big birthday guy. I'm like so anti. You know what? You want to celebrate 21,
Okay.
You
The
know,
big ones.
and I really like. I don't even think 30 and 40 are all that big. It's to me, it's like 21, 50, 75,
Damn, that's a big gap.
Okay.
100. Like
100.
there's certain numbers that I think are crazy. Like, so that's just my take on and I don't, I just don't want the I don't want to say overwhelming, like, oh, you're so popular, but let's say you have 500 friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
Maybe 100 of them listen to you, actually follow you still or
Right.
will see it. I don't want 50 fucking happy birthdays. I just don't want it. Because I'm also the OCD
with
where I
that.
have to check them.
Oh,
if I get an alert on Facebook, I
yeah,
have to
okay.
check.
So
See,
that
I
makes
don't-
sense with your wackiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Thank
that's
you.
just like an OCD
You have to
thing.
check
Because
So-
to me,
and
it's like
delete
it's
'em.
just another thing on there. I don't know.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not to
I
me,
don't
it's
even
not.
consider it.
You'll never look at my Facebook and see any unread messages or anything.
I, for
I know, I'm
one,
sure they're
I
all
love a
deleted.
nice happy birthday.
You can't delete a lot of things on Facebook. You can, but like
Yeah.
I everything, even the stories. I will go through my Instagram stories, and everyone's like, "Oh, you saw my picture or something." And I'm like, "I really didn't," because all I did was because it
You-
says
you
that there's a
clicked
new
through.
You
story. I
have to
clicked
do.
right
Oh,
through it.
wow.
It's an
you're
OCD
crazy.
I have, and I do
Yeah.
that with all my Instagram stories. Some of them I actually look, but a lot of them I'm just to get it off of my new story.
Wow.
So, like, part of my OCD is, and I don't want the attention per se. Even people think I'm an attention getter. I'm really not.
I don't get that so much because I understand the attention of I don't want people to, like, let's go out for a big birthday dinner for me. Don't go over. But
Because then Facebook messages lead to texts. It leads to a whole day where I'm just answering birthday messages.
I'm just inundated with messages.
yeah, so much messages, so many
I'm
wishing
just
you.
saying, though. Yeah, and
So
I know
many
they're well
women
wishes.
sending me their
But
tits.
isn't it sometimes nice to get, like, I like a birthday.
I like a birthday from my good friends. I have in my phone. I don't even need Facebook. When people get birthday messages from me, it's not because I saw it on Facebook. And you can look through my phone and you'll see the people like, why the fuck do you have this person's birthday? Anybody that I give a shit about.
Do you have my birthday on there?
Yes. Your
When's my
birthdays,
birthday?
I have to go through my calendar.
Wow,
Really, man? I don't know
Alright.
anyone's
That's very
birthday.
So I keep it in there, and you
Ever.
could even ask my good friends' wives who, like, you get close with all these people. I always good on birthdays. I remember them all the time because I have them in my calendar, and it reminds me every year. To me, I don't want you to wish me a happy birthday because you saw it on Facebook. Fuck you. If you're a good friend of mine.
But who remembers birthdays?
I don't get
I was
mad.
gonna
I
say,
won't get
who
mad
remembers
at somebody for
birthdays?
not wishing me a happy birthday, but I don't need the. I don't know. It's just how I feel.
My counterpoint to this would be, isn't it sometimes nice to, even if it means nothing, sometimes to
Nothing
me,
that means nothing is nice.
sometimes to me it's nice that somebody that I haven't talked to in a while, I'm like, oh, they thought about me today. That's nice.
And I don't think they thought about me. I think they saw that it was my.
What do you think? They're robots and they're just.
Yeah, I think people see birthday messages on Facebook. I catch myself doing it
I
occasionally.
disagree. I see birthdays, and if
Yeah.
it's somebody, I'm like,
I'm like, oh man, haven't seen
If
that
I-
in a
Maybe.
while.
I
Maybe
don't-
I'm looking at it all wrong. I'm
I
not
don't-
saying my mentality is right, but it's how I feel.
no, maybe you're
In,
right.
in that regards. Like,
I just
Sure,
I
it's
look
case
at
by
it.
case.
Yeah.
it is. Because, like, one person not saying me happy birthday may not piss me off, but another person, like, fuck you. How do you not know my birthday?
Yeah.
And also, for me, I will only wish birthdays when I see it. Like, it has to. It's
Fair
very
enough.
circumstantial. Like, I'll go weeks without, like, really looking on Facebook, and then sometimes I'll see, oh, it'll pop up so and so's birthday.
I just think it's funny, too, because if you look, you could see them. Just people's birthdays. Paulie's, Banging.
See, this
Like,
is
so
insane
many.
because you have a list of everybody's birthday here,
Yeah.
but
And
you
it's
don't
like you
want.
can look through the calendar.
All right, so
Because I take the time to put
Chic
it in
is
there,
showing
and I
us-
make sure that
Chic
I
is
get...
showing us his phone, and it's just a line of people's birthdays.
There's other stuff in there.
Borderline serial killers.
But-
what
No,
it is.
that's just because I did it in list form where it's like,
Like-
things that are noted.
For a guy that takes that much time to have all those his
It's not. I
his
didn't
friends'
take time.
birthdays.
It's my-
Facebook does that
but
for
you know
you.
what? It's like, let's say I know a bunch of people's birthdays right off the top of my head. But like, let's say I've been hanging out with you, and I'm, we're 34 years old now. So some of my friends I've known since kindergarten. You're talking 25 years, 30 years. Over the course of years, this is your birthday? Note to self, let me put it on my calendar and yearly remind me because I want to make sure this person, I can wish them a happy birthday.
I
every day.
barely remember my good friends' birthdays. I know
Listen.
one who was born on March 9th because Biggie
yeah.
died on March 9th. And one of my best friend's girlfriends, her birthday, she talks about it a lot. So I know that birthday.
When it comes to
Yeah.
memorizing, I could tell you the month, and I'm usually within a few days. I won't sit here and say I memorized all those
Okay.
birthdays.
I don't even know if I can.
Most
tell you the
people
month,
that
bro.
I'm good friends with, I could tell you the month.
I might
and
know the months.
within a week or so of the actual day, for the most part.
I might know the month. for
I
some
have a
people.
string of birthdays in March where I know a bunch of them.
I'll show you too. You'll think I'm fucked up when we get off this. I'll tell you. You can give me the name, and I'll tell you when their birthday is. For the most part, It's
I
fucked
want
up.
mine. I want to see if mine is really on there.
I will find it. I will find it in there.
He's got a codex.
Yeah,
I got to just go look through it. I'm not going to waste the time on the show right now to scroll through my calendar.
Dewey Decimal System
Yeah.
of birthdays to go through it.
But yeah, that's me. So I took mine off there just to not even have the.
So when
just
is
to
it,
deal
though?
with
So that-
I'll tell. It's February 1st.
Okay.
It's an easy birthday
Oh.
to remember.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
easy.
Groundhog Day?
Groundhog Day is the 2nd.
Okay, yeah.
My
All
other
right.
buddy's birthday is the 2nd.
Isn't the Super Bowl a second too?
The Super Bowl falls. My birthday's on a Friday this year, so I believe it's the 3rd.
Ah,
All right.
It's usually the first Sunday in February.
By the way, so I'm having a Super Bowl party at my house.
I heard.
I can't wait to have a big birthday blowout for you.
Did you get invited?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of
I didn't
course
get
you-
invited to this.
What are you talking about?
This is the first time I'm hearing it from your mouth.
Not even close. I'll
Really?
Yes.
All right.
You
I
must
thought
have been.
this was the first time I heard it from you because somebody said it. And I go, that fucker didn't
No,
invite
you
me.
maniac. It's probably it was during your haze of depression.
It
so
might have been.
Didn't he say it in the group chat though?
That's what I'm
Yes!
saying. I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
And I think I sent you a.
Somebody brought it up to me, one of our mutual friends, and I'm like, that motherfucker never told me. See, my brain's all fucked up. My apologies, because I was going to call you out on this.
He just steams and doesn't say anything over nothing.
Over nothing.
Ugh.
See, that was just stirring it up.
You stir the pot in your own mind.
I do. I
as
stir the
much
pot a lot
do.
in my own head. There's a fantasy football that ended this year. I told you where somebody cheated in our league to win, and I can't get over it. And it has nothing to do with the money or anything. It's just something that these things boil in my blood.
You're gonna remember it next year.
Oh,
He's
when we
not
go to the
gonna
draft.
say anything until the draft.
Exactly. Next draft, I will definitely make some comment. But it's
Who
just
is
weird
it?
how things boil over me. I'm not
Who-
going to.
Don't get afraid.
How did they cheat though? How do you cheat? In fantasy?
We have strict roster restrictions, and they basically had a false and fake.
Oh, you guys take it too seriously? Is what you're trying to
You
say?
could say that, but yeah, they had an illegal roster.
We do that too.
Oh, you do?
If you're gonna do something,
like
my league is a $500 league. So
Oh,
the
that's
winner
expensive.
Gets,
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
winner
that's a
gets
real
about
deal.
$3,500.
Oh,
The
all
second
right.
place
That's
gets
a real deal.
$1,500.
I'm thinking my league is not $500.
So to have an illegal roster, and
Yeah,
listen, they may
that's
not
some
have done it on
bullshit.
purpose.
No,
They
that
may
is some
not, but
bullshit.
I say
Yeah.
we've had these rules for so long that I think one
No.
of the people on that team, one of them is somebody I love
I
and
take it
respect.
back. I didn't
the
know
other
we were
person,
talking
I could care less about.
$3,500.
And I think he's a fucking cheater.
Why do you guys do two people to a team?
Well, most people do it because it's so expensive. It's like me and my brother.
I have a
split it,
couple of those in my
$250
league.
each.
Too, yeah.
And me splitting that is still more money in that one than my other one that I don't split. So
Yeah.
it all depends.
Yeah, we do $50.
Yeah, that's
A
why I
lot
wouldn't
easier.
split that either. If it was
Easier to manage.
less to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my birthday thing that I thought after I tell you about and how great I've been doing that I felt like that was funny about my birthday that I did that.
So after you told us how great you were doing, you
I wanted to
Yeah.
tell you
Proved
how
yourself
angry
wrong.
I wanted to show that I'm still the same old
There's
chick to
still
an
some
extent.
anger underneath.
We're not
that.
all fixed just off of a few podcasts. Just
No,
yet.
and you shouldn't be. But
Yeah.
I like that you're on the right track.
I am. I honestly feel like my head is in a better place than it's been in a really long time.
I
good.
feel
and
that.
you're back on the weed.
Well, yeah, I started smoking weed again,
might be what it
everybody.
is.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in 3 weeks still.
All
Still going
right.
strong with the cigarettes.
Going strong.
The weed, I don't even smoke every day. There's been plenty of days since I started back again that I'm really cutting down, and I'm just in a better place right now.
Good, man.
It's back to a fun thing to do than something that I was doing every day, like it was
Like
my
as a
fucking,
coping
like,
mechanism.
oxygen.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I did this last year. We weren't doing this podcast last year at this point, were we? We're not a
We
year in.
started this podcast at the end of February last year.
Oh, okay. But I started last year. I'm doing it every year after Super Bowl. I do Sober February, where I
You were at the end of your soberness.
yes
When we started.
When we started,
Yes.
yes. So that's coming up again. I have a couple more
Alright.
weeks, and I'm looking
And
forward
you do
to
it for the whole month of February?
Do it for the whole month of February. I do it for
So
exactly a
for
month.
my birthday month, I can't celebrate with you.
No. But you'll celebrate Super Bowl Sunday.
But that's in February.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I do it the day after Super Bowl.
Okay.
And then I go.
So it's not a full month. You take the shortest
No.
month of the year, and you even cut that even
Nope.
shorter.
Nope.
He makes up for it.
He makes up for it.
You want me to finish?
Yes, I do.
No, it goes into March to make it a full month.
Okay.
31 days. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You're doing it with me
doing
this
it
time.
with you.
Oh, yeah.
But you informed me that Valentine's
I
Day,
have one
you
day,
have
dude.
to. What?
One day.
No, it doesn't count.
Is
You
it
lost.
when you're gonna hang out with your girlfriend? Is that why you guys have some
yeah,
drinks?
we're gonna go to dinner.
Have some cranberry juice.
Get some wine.
Cranberry
Why don't
juice.
do you smoke pot?
I do.
Would it
yeah.
ruin your night if you did? Like if she had a few drinks and you just smoked pot?
Nah, I enjoy a glass of wine like with a meal.
Yeah, he's
For
not
that
a
kind of
drinker like you either,
situation.
right? I don't. Do you
Oh, I
drink
know,
as
I'll
much as he
drink-
does?
I'll drink
All right, I
pretty,
feel like
yeah.
you don't strike
Yeah,
me
he'll-
as
Yeah.
much of a
I'll
luscious
throw
bitch.
down.
No, me and him
Yeah,
will go.
No, I know he goes
But, you
out
know-
with you, but I
Yeah.
just feel like you're a bigger
See,
drinker than he is.
But I'm also not somebody that goes and ties one off all night. So like I'll go out for but like I have friends that'll be there till 3 a.m.
Oh,
you
listen.
know.
Oh, no,
I'm not one of those. I
No,
don't
I
drink
get
to
you.
a you know a
blackout
amount.
stage every
By the
night.
way,
I
that,
got you.
That just reminded me of a story. Valentine's Day, probably I don't know, 10 years ago,
I
whatever
haven't
it
had a
was.
Valentine's Day with a lady in a long time.
All right, so
This might be the year, chick.
This might be the year.
it might be.
This might be the year.
One Valentine's Day, I was living upstate with this girl, and I was getting a kidney transplant, like
Leonard before or like
2 weeks later.
okay, all right.
Okay.
So you're nervous.
Yeah, and I have to put this because I have a kidney transplant joke I've been saying now, and I feel
Who
like
helped you with that joke?
what
Who helped you with that joke?
you helped me with it, yeah. Yeah, you did. But I always have to say, the kidney transplant is not from drinking. It was something I was born with.
Oh yeah,
I always have to put that out there because people are like, oh, Jesus.
Both
like,
your parents.
When
right?
you
If
go
we're allowed
into
to
that
talk about
straight
that?
from I'm sober for a
Yes,
month.
I know.
It does look like you did kidney damage after a long life of
Exactly. That's
drinking.
why I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So anyway, this is 10 years ago, and I'm up there, and my girlfriend at the time just wanted me to drink wine, and I was just like not in the right heads. I was like, I don't want to, and
Now this is because you're nervous about or you
wasn't-
just didn't want to drink.
no, I you know what? I was kind of probably being a jerk too.
Okay.
It was sort of the end of the relationship.
All right, I
would
got
say.
you. Yeah, you want to ruin this Valentine's Day?
It was just whatever. I wasn't in the right mind state.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Whatever it was probably a lot to do with I'm getting cut open, and my
I
Yeah,
believe
I
it.
would
and
say
my
that
mom is too,
that
or my
would cause
dad.
me some stress.
Yeah, so it was like I was maybe 2 or 3 weeks away, and we were alone in this house, and she made this great dinner and wine and stuff, and then we go upstairs. We ended up going to bed, and she was like really busting my chops about like I'm not drinking, and I'm like, why? Like we were together for a while at this point.
Yeah, it's like past the thing. That
yeah,
she
it
should
was
be
like,
giving
why
this
do you
much
need
shit.
me to be drunk? And she was like really forcing it upon me.
Oh, what did she want to do to you?
Yes. So then that night she drank, and and she when we went to bed, she revealed to me under her clothes she had a sexy outfit, and she wanted me to be
She
drunk.
was so nervous about it that she
Yes.
wanted you to be wasted
And
for
I
it.
felt awful, and I still do. I'm like, oh man,
Dude.
and
Is she that? No, like I'm not trying to bash
That
any of your
stinks,
exes, but
dude.
is she that insecure that she needs you to get whacked to see her in a sexy outfit?
You know what?
she
though?
was not that way. She was not somebody that would do that. So
All right, I
it was.
guess.
Yeah.
She kind of took a leap. Let's put it that way. It wasn't something that It wasn't something that was part of our thing.
That is too funny. I thought she was doing this to get you drunk to try something on you.
No.
that you didn't want.
No, it wasn't anything like that. She just had. She went out and bought like a sexy lingerie.
Was it sexy? Did she look
Yeah.
good? Did it work?
Uh-huh.
Did you guys?
Well, after.
or did it did you ruin the whole fucking moment?
No, I realized that I had ruined the moment, and then I felt so awful.
Much better.
I felt so awful about it that I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," and
I'll give you the meat.
yeah, it was. I still feel bad about it. It's one of my like
One of those big fucking regrets in your life.
not even a regret. Like
Just a moment you look back on and you're like,
when we talk, like we still talk about it and we laugh about it now, like but it was one of those things. I was like, oh my God, that's why. But I had my own reasons. I mean, I was getting cut open a few weeks later.
Yeah.
You know what? A sexy outfit though should be done in a completely different mannerism anyway.
What do you mean?
I feel like it should be revealed like not under the covers in the bed. It should be
Right.
like I open the door and like blood out.
Well, I think that's
sexy outfit.
Yeah.
she was going for that.
I think
but
that, yeah.
but it like came. But she was just
You
nervous.
just completely ruined
She
it.
she was like, and I kind of get that sometimes. Like
Yeah.
I need somebody else to be on the same level. If,
Oh, I get
if I'm
it.
gonna take a leap,
If you're gonna do something out of your comfort zone a little
yes.
bit,
Like let's
Makes
both
sense
be
to me.
a
A
little.
little bit,
Yeah.
so we could blame it on the alcohol if
Yeah,
this
it's like,
doesn't go
geez,
too
how
well.
weird is that?
I was so drunk.
exactly, so you can play it up.
That makes me happy.
Just one of my many mistakes with women.
They're not even mistakes. To me, it's just
Growing
this one
pains.
wasn't even
Yeah.
one of your awkward moments, but like it was like an innocent one of your
Yeah.
issues. But like you always find yourself in like just from being
Always.
socially awkward.
Always.
The
I'm always in some weird situation.
Oh, that makes me laugh. So yeah.
So,
I went on. I was in Pennsylvania this weekend.
How was that?
It was great. I
I
went.
love PA. It's one of my favorite states.
So great. It's
Upstate
you know what.
PA.
like Pocono areas.
Yeah,
good. I like
exactly.
Pocono
It's
areas.
one of the most peaceful places.
Once you're past that, though.
We now
exactly.
we've done this before. We've gone on a bachelor party, and one of my favorite things. I recommend it to everybody out there. Rent a home in the Poconos in the middle of nowhere. Poconos is a good spot because there's a few places you
Yeah,
can
there's
ski.
a lot of things. You could ski, you could gamble, you could do other things.
Yeah, it's great.
There's stuff to do.
That's cool.
And you sort of like, I don't know, it's
There's
cool.
lakes, there's cabins.
There's
Yeah,
everything.
there's so much shit out there.
Summertime is great. Wintertime is great. It's just, it's
just great.
It's a good getaway with your boys.
Like you said, that's where I go, Lake Walapopec. One
That's
of my
right.
favorite places in the world. There's only...
I didn't realize that was Poconos.
They're right near the Poconos. They're in the same area.
I actually thought about going outside and doing a Snapchat with Lake Walapopec,
I
but
would've
I
loved
totally
it.
forgot.
You should have did it.
You just reminded me now.
I've gotten Lake Walapopec snaps from people like individually of their toilet.
Oh,
They
yeah.
flush their toilets like Lake Walapopec.
That's good. So I go up there and I left Friday afternoon, and we're expecting this huge storm this weekend.
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
Long Island didn't get, I guess.
we didn't get
we got
anything.
nothing.
Yeah,
got
Pennsylvania.
nothing.
Yeah, Pennsylvania got it. So anyway, we're going up to this thing, and I call my buddy. My buddy calls me. He's like, just pulled up. He's asking me where I am. I say I'm like a half hour away, and he can't find the Bachelor. The Bachelor and his brother aren't.
Missing.
They're missing.
MIA.
They should be at the house. So I'm like, all right, give him a call, see where we are. Ends up, he calls me back 20 minutes later. He gets in touch with the Bachelor, and he goes, "Yeah, he's in a ditch." So before the bachelor party even started, him and his brother drove probably like 3 blocks away from the house, just veered off into a ditch.
And that's how you start off a
Had to call
bachelor party.
AAA. Had to get towed out of there.
Yeah, you got to tow him out of there,
Yeah.
right?
And they were a little depressed. I drove by after I saw his brother just standing out there, just depressed. Just like, I can't believe I did this.
This is the only way to start it.
Exactly. This is perfect.
Yep.
This is a great way to start a bachelor party. Nobody was hurt. There was no injuries. The car's fine. You have a story for the rest of your life now.
Yeah.
Remember my bachelor party? We started off in a ditch. It's great.
That is great.
That's how they. I love stories like I think all those. You never remember the good stuff.
You never remember the easy, like, smooth sailing stuff.
Yeah.
It's always something where there was an issue or something happened
Exactly.
that made you, that sticks out in your
Right.
mind.
So it was a great way to start the weekend. They were a little bummed right away, but they had a full keg in their car, by the way.
Oh, damn.
Keg didn't even break a window.
Damn.
Somehow nothing
That's
happened.
amazing.
Yeah.
How big, you know what, all depends, I guess, how you come into, how they pack. They're probably good packers.
My buddy said, he was like, I was shocked that, because it moved around, it hit
Oh,
the
it
side.
did? All
It was
right.
just perfect luck. Like, it was just,
That's even better.
that keg could have smashed through the window.
Cause some damage.
Yeah.
That could have been real bad for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was great, man. It's just great time. Going away with like, a bunch of your friends, guys you haven't seen in a while.
Small little get-togethers in the sticks, man, and nothing
It
like
was just great, man.
I honestly, that would be. I used to, like, growing up. I was just like, if I had enough money to get, I can't even get one house now. But if I had, like, a second home, I was like, I get one on the beach, and then, like, my normal house. Nope. If I had enough money for a second house, my second house would be in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Simple
I
as that.
agree. It's
You
just
go there in the summer. You go there
summertime
in the winter.
and the winter.
To drive away from you if you live in New York, it's just it's the best. In
cool.
my opinion, it's one of the best.
It's
places.
a 2.5 ride.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour ride.
Yeah. And so we left Monday. I left Monday. I didn't think I was going to get out of there.
That was that bad.
Dude, it was so it
looked
snowed.
pretty bad, yeah.
It snowed probably about a foot, but
Wow.
Saturday night.
That's a lot.
But then it rained into Sunday morning,
Which isn't good either. the ice.
and it went so Monday morning. I couldn't even get
Monday
into like,
was frigid.
I could. It was
it was
-10
brutal.
on
Yeah.
my thing when I left Pennsylvania. It was I couldn't even open my door. It took like we had to thaw. My whole car. I came back home, drove 2 hours home, heat on, whatever.
It was still
Frozen around. Looked like Back to the Future when.
God.
But yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time.
Great times.
Somehow I made it home.
Hey, you made it home. You had a great time, and you guys all survived. That's the best way you can do it.
We did.
My only thing with Pennsylvania is I hate Philly and that whole city, which should burn to the ground for all I care.
Yeah.
Other than
Yeah,
the
it's not a great
historical
city.
shit to it,
I
fuck
went
the
to-
people in it and
not-
the
yeah.
sport teams.
Years ago, I went to Villanova.
Is that in Philly or is it right
It's-
outside of Philly?
It's somewhere out there.
Villanova.
I think it's close to Philly.
We jinxed the Johnnies, by the way.
You jinxed the Johnnies.
No, we were on this show. You remember that? We were talking about how good St. John's
Yeah,
was.
did
I don't
they
know if you
lose?
pay attention.
No, I don't pay attention.
They've lost 3 out of their last 4 games since
They're
we
coming
talked
back.
about
What'd you
that.
guys
They're coming
do?
back though.
Pons, their best player, got hurt.
He got hurt. But
Chic hurt their best player. Is
did.
that what you're trying to say?
We jinxed him so bad. Now we're hoping to get back
Chick
into
is
the
you're a
tournament.
mush. So
You're a
you've been a
I
mush.
didn't blame you.
You blame me? There's nothing to blame here. You're the one that said stuff.
I
So
was so happy.
Roll the tape.
yeah,
Roll the
we can roll the
tape.
tape and text. You were
was-
texting too.
I know. I've been so happy about
Yeah,
them.
that's true.
I went to Villanova years ago. My friend's girlfriend was going there, and we went there for a weekend, and we left calling it Villa No Fun. It was like there
Really? It wasn't even
nothing
fun
do.
to go there?
No. We had a good time.
Yeah,
we
but
were
you don't
young.
make the best out
but
of
like,
anything, but-
it was like, what the hell? There's nothing going. Like the whole city closed down by midnight. You know, it was like, just like what the hell?
That's like anywhere outside of New York, though.
Yeah, but it seemed even worse.
Yeah.
It seemed even worse.
I really never understood that when you leave New York, like bars and everything shut down at like 12, 1 o'clock in other
There's
states.
like
I don't
4
fucking get
people.
it.
Yeah.
It's like 4 people.
There's
No,
not
but I
really
feel like it's like all states
It's-
outside of New York.
yeah.
Even Boston, which is a lively city, shuts down at like 1.
But I mean, Boston.
Yeah,
stays open
Boston
pretty
shuts
late
down.
at night.
Don't the
Do they
bars
shut
all that
down?
close at like 1? I'm pretty sure
Like
they do.
not one, but like probably 2.
Yeah. I
don't
mean, I
know.
feel like that's plenty late.
Here's my thing. I
When
get
you're
what
out on
you're
vac-
saying.
on
You don't
vacation,
need to
though.
be out later than 1, but
It happens.
it happens
It happens.
more
This is a
than
guy
not.
that you'll be home by 9
Yeah.
wherever you are. 10.
That's not like. See, that's where you're completely wrong. When I go out, if I'm going out for like a night, I'm staying out late.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I'm saying? But like most nights, yes, I don't want to be in a bar all night, so I'd rather,
Yeah.
get home so I could start smoking weed and enjoy my night.
Speaking of bars, there was a championship, a
Undefeated.
dart championship.
Oh, that's right.
What happened? Tell us about
So
it.
last week when we were on here
Shit.
after our episode, I said, I invited you guys to come watch my dart
Yeah, we
game.
did.
Right,
It
and we
wasn't the
didn't.
championship; it was
We
the
didn't
first round of the playoffs. And I had told you that previously I had gotten into a fight with these guys.
Scuffle, per se.
Almost a scuffle,
Yeah.
but it was a verbal altercation. So, this week, it happened again. And this one was a much worse scuffle to the point where the bartender had to come from behind the bar and get in between us and, get in between both teams because then it got really loud and, both teams were at it. So I'll tell you what happened.
Tell us. We're listening.
Now, I'll give you a quick little background. When you're scoring a game of darts, the home team,
Nobody scores in
Nobody
darts.
the home team is the ones that do the scoring. Now, if you're the scorekeeper, you're not allowed to give advice to your teammate. You're not really allowed to talk to anybody. Now, we're not
That
always
sounds like
very
so much
strict
fun.
about. No, everybody else can. It's just the scorekeeper's got to be
Yeah.
neutral. He's just scoring the
No,
game.
it doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, it's not fun scoring the game.
Yeah.
It sucks. So, we're in a beer league of darts, so it's not too strict. But this team is kicking our fucking asses. We're getting killed. My team was getting killed. We weren't doing good.
How many people are on a team in darts?
You need 5 because there's some rounds where there's 5 people need to be in to play the full round.
Oh, okay.
So we have 6 or 7, which is too many. So
All
we
right.
have to sub and stuff, but whatever. Not sub, but some people have to
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
out little rounds. Neither here nor there. So this fucking douchebag scoring the game. And now we're playing cricket, which is getting your 3 of each number that you have to get, and you
Yeah.
can get points. And I am kicking the shit out of the guy I'm playing. I lean over to my buddy, and I go, I'm going to keep on scoring points until this guy closes out the board, which is not really it's a little obnoxious to do that, but I wanted to make sure we got the win, and I wanted to kind of get back at these guys because they always score points on us.
Okay.
I get up there and I go for points my next round, and I
Is
hear
this frowned upon?
it is to an extent.
Okay.
It's a fine line of when scoring is scoring too much,
Gotcha.
and this is too much for me to get into for a whole
want to win
podcast.
too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, we don't need to turn.
Yeah,
this into
I'm not turning this into a whole podcast about darts.
The
but-
dart babies.
Yeah.
yeah, there's dart etiquette. There's it's like anything though. When you're in a league or something, there's rules to it. So
Yeah.
this guy, I hear him in the back because I got fucking hawk ears when I want to.
Right.
I don't know if that's even a thing, but I got
Yeah,
good
hawk
ears.
ears.
Hawk eyes.
Definitely don't have Hawk.
Definitely don't have that.
Nah.
So this fucking dude goes, this guy keeps on scoring points. This game's going to take forever. And I'll never hear somebody say something about me and be able to let it go. So after I
That
go,
doesn't even sound like a bad thing, though.
the game's going to take forever. He's basically telling me stop going for points, speed the game up, and end it. But he shouldn't say
Okay.
anything.
All
That's
right.
why I'm not going to
Yeah,
sit here and
okay,
say
yeah.
I'm correct. But he's technically not allowed to say anything, especially how the opponent's playing. Like if I want to go points all day, you shut your fucking mouth and you watch it and score. So I go to the guy, I go, shut your fucking mouth when I'm going. This is exact words. I'm not even buttering you
You
up.
come in hot.
This
Yeah,
game's
I
gonna
come
take
in.
a while. You shut your
Wait, I
fucking
said,
mouth.
shut your fucking mouth, because now I'm angry.
Now you
at-
holding a dart in your
I
hand.
have 3 darts in my hand, and that does this gets a little bit dicey. So I tell the guy, you shut your fucking mouth when I go, and
What is that noise?
That's someone's phone.
Oh, okay.
someone's. Yeah, so I tell him to shut this fucking mouth, and I'll shoot
What'd
my
you tell
darts. I tell him shut his fucking mouth, and I'm like, I'll shoot the darts however the fuck I want to play the game.
Right.
So he kind of gives me the look, like, all right, and then
You're like
we
the
go-
John McEnroe of darts.
So now I can
that is
see in the
coming in
guy's
a little
face.
hot, though.
Yeah, I came in hot. Listen, I already have an issue with this team, so it's like we've
right,
already
so it's
played
built.
this. It's built
This
up
is-
aggression
this
the
is
whole season.
Months of okay.
Yeah, it really is. So now I see the guy wanting to tell his team what I just said to him. So he looks over, but he's scoring the game. So he's waiting for his guy to go, and he's not moving over. So I step up in between him and his other teammates.
Ooh.
The other guy, like in between them.
Yeah,
So
I said woo, not who.
Oh, I thought you said who.
That was a woo, not a who.
So he can't
Woo.
say anything to him because I know he is, and I'll give him a look like, all right, buddy.
Yeah.
He waits for me to go up, and then he walks over to them. Now, he says something to them. I don't know what he says. Even my teammate said something to him like, dude, pay attention to the game. Like, don't worry about what he's doing.
Yeah.
So now I shoot my darts. I come back, and the guy goes, I didn't see what you got there. I said, well, maybe you should fucking pay attention when I'm shooting, and you won't have to ask me what I got. Whew.
Nobody asked Chic.
That's the comment that sends this guy over.
Yeah.
So he goes to the board and he looks at me and goes, what the fuck is your problem, bro?
Yeah.
I said, my problem is you hover over everyone's back. You make your fucking comments when you shouldn't. I said, you keep on running your mouth. I'm going to choke you the fuck out.
You said that.
Exact words. Who the fuck am I?
Like you can't choke a guy
I
out.
can't choke anybody out.
No.
This guy's not bigger than me at all. So like, if we came to blows, I have complete confidence that I'll
That you could
that I'll
choke
that I'll
him.
choke
You know
like beat this guy
nothing
up.
about
By the way, is that your first?
But I know
Do
nothing
you know
about
anything
fighting.
about martial arts?
No,
dude?
I don't know
Besides
anything.
No.
Of course he does. Is that your first move to just?
I would have just.
I know, and he goes
Choke.
at you like
My
this.
whole point was I just wanted to literally choke him. Like that
Right.
would have been what I would have did.
wait,
was
you
what
were
I-
gonna do the Darth Vader?
Yeah,
choke?
just a Darth
Yeah.
Vader choke. That's what I was picturing when I said I'll
course.
choke you the fuck out.
That's what you were
One
thinking. He
hand to the
wasn't gonna
throat.
fight back.
Like this is I'm thinking I'm just gonna choke this
I'm
guy
gonna
out and he's gonna be
choke
so
you.
shook.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Probably
I'll
already
choke
shook
you
by
the
this.
fuck out, bro. Who the fuck am I? This guy doesn't know that though. But
Right.
he's like, yeah, all right, bro. I'm like, yeah, keep fucking talking. So now people are starting to, because now he's starting to get lippy, and now he's complaining to his team and like my team about me, but not directly. Like I can't even describe it. Like I didn't do anything. This guy's, he's asking me and he's giving me lip for no reason. And I'm like, for no reason? I go, one, you're opening up your fucking mouth about what, and now we're just going back and forth, like,
Right.
fuck you, this and that.
You're chirping.
We're chirping. So
Did
now
you-
they have a lady on their team, and I'm standing next to her. And I lean over to her, and I go,
I'm gonna choke you out.
I told her, I said, if this guy says another word, I'm going to put one of these darts in his fucking face.
Oh, you can't do that.
And
Chic.
I don't know why I'm
You
saying
can't
all. Like,
do
I'm just
that.
threatening this guy like who the fuck
Yeah.
I am.
By the way,
And I'm
look-
aware of all this.
You were also in a different state of mind.
This is
Yes,
my
no, this
first
is
week
pre-
of me quitting
pre-Goggins.
cigarettes and
This is
quitting. Yeah,
pre-Goggins.
this is pre-Goggins,
Yeah.
and this is 3 days into me not smoking cigarettes.
What
and
would
pot.
Goggins do?
What Goggins probably would have lit this fucking guy up.
Yeah.
But she goes, all right, relax. So now, B, I'm shaking.
You're like,
I can't
I
even
ran for
tell you.
2,000
I am
all-purpose yards in the Farmingdale
fucking-
Hawks.
I am so angry now to the point where I'm not smoking anything. My arms are shaking, and now I have to go up again and shoot. And I can't even shoot. I'm literally trying to put my hands out, and my hand is shooting. I'm like 3 darts all over the place.
He's in
I
your head.
walk
He's like
back.
Jordan.
Yeah, he's in my head. I go back, after I shoot, I walk back over, and we kind of cool down for about 5 or 10 minutes. I just finished the game out because it was near the end of the game. Complete the game, beat him,
Done.
game's over.
All right.
The guy comes back to me like, you shouldn't fucking say anything. I didn't say anything to you. All I asked was this. And then, like, see red again. So now when I get up out of my seat, and now we're, like, almost face to face, but, like, we're fucking, there's, like, a little barrier in between us because he's, like, I'm by the seating and he's on the floor, and we're screaming at each other. Now the bartender comes back from behind the bar. The other team is like, what is going? Like, some people don't know what's going on because they're
Right.
like away from where this is happening, but the bartender sees it, and starts yelling at me for getting loud.
Right.
And I tell the bartender, I go, I know this is your team's bar. Like, shut the fuck up. You didn't say shit to him when he's yelling.
Look
and now
at
you're going
you.
to come at me like I'm yelling. I talk, bro.
A lot of
I have
Fs
a big
going
fuck,
out.
yeah, a lot of F-bombs
dude.
and threats
And
going out of my
threats.
mouth.
Threatening people.
I don't know if I can back any of this up. These guys
No,
could
you
kick
no,
my
you
ass
can't.
for all I
No,
know.
I know you
can't
No,
back
there's
it
no
up.
100% I can't. This
No,
guy wasn't a tough
98%
guy.
you can't back it up.
I probably could have beat this guy up.
If this guy fell and slipped on his own darts, you still might not even
Yeah,
get it.
Either
he
way,
still might beat
this
you.
guy's getting a verbal fucking lashing
Verbal
from me.
assault.
And now this bartender's like, oh, I did 5 years in Sing Sing. I'm not trying to go back,
Whoa,
over darts. And we're all
escalated
like,
quickly.
all right, guy, you're not a fucking, like, you didn't do the Sing Sing. You were probably fucking some big guy's fucking boyfriend for 5 years and whatever.
Right.
So eventually it really kind of got calmed down. The night ends, though. Like, after this whole thing, I walk out of the bar. I go fucking outside. And now this was the first night. 3 nights in where I started, I hit a little bit of a joint to calm me down that night.
You did, okay. That was the last time we spoke to you, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, all right.
So, but I just had like a couple hits that night just to kind of calm me down. And I wind up, the other guys in his team come out to smoke a cigarette. So I go over to them and I tell them, like, listen, had nothing to do with you. I'll tell you what happened since your buddy wants to lie about it. And I apologize for overreacting. I said, I'm not, listen, I'm 5'0", 200 pounds. Like, I know I'm not like this, big fucking tough guy, but I got a big mouth and a hot temper. And if I get my ass kicked, I don't care. I'm still going to go down running my mouth. Mm-hmm. So I apologize to them and I tell them what they said. And now they're all on my side. When I tell you by the end of the night,
You flipped them.
every one of the people in that bar, on that team, even admitted that I was right. And they weren't, I'm not even bigging up on myself. I was right in what he wasn't supposed to say anything.
Right.
I did completely overreact. But that was my night at darts. And I texted B as soon as I got out of there.
Yeah.
It happened again. You should have came.
Dang.
I wish I came.
That would have been fun to watch.
So the second fucking bar with this match with this team at darts, and then I almost got into a complete brawl. This one, I swear to God, I thought I was going to get into a fight. I'm not saying I would have won or lost, but the first one was like a verbal, quick thing.
This one could have gone physical,
This
especially
one,
because you threatened to choke somebody.
I threatened to choke this
throw a
guy
dart
out. I
at him.
threatened to fucking kill him. I threatened to stab him with a dart. And he was coming back at me, unlike the other guys when I had that fight, weren't really coming back at me. They were more like, calm the fuck down.
Right.
This guy was getting just as mad. So I thought we were going to come to blows. But we didn't.
Good thing you didn't.
Yeah, good thing we didn't.
I'm glad you didn't come to blows.
Yeah.
I'm glad
We would have been down a
worked out.
co-host.
Everyone just
Yeah.
assumes I would have got my ass kicked. Let's get back to this now. What is up?
Well,
I don't know,
Listen,
man.
I'm not saying I'm the world's toughest guy, but I'm not saying that I was trying to fight, Rambo either. This guy was his fucking fat out of
Maybe you
shape.
could have taken him. I don't
This
know.
guy I
wasn't
probably
there.
could have
all
taken.
right. This guy you could have taken.
The other guys in his team that I started with, one of them probably would have handled me. The other one was a skinny little guy, but he wasn't really getting involved.
Right.
So I probably would have been 1-1, like one,
All right.
one win, one
Yeah.
loss
All right.
with those guys.
Well, either way, I'm
right,
glad that nothing happened.
Dude, my first week, I was such a fucking. I can't express how argumentative and just like angry.
Your
I was
first
with-
week after
of not smoking anything.
Oh, yeah.
You were difficult to do.
You were rough.
I was
yeah.
very
just
hard
for
to
us,
get.
and
Yeah.
you're nice to us. So.
Yeah, I am. You guys
Exactly.
get the
Yeah,
best
we get the
view out
best
of me.
view, and you were still terrible.
And there was a my softball team. They all pretty much. I mean, they get a kick out of it too sometimes, but I've been a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Just a angry.
But you're
person.
doing better.
You're doing better. I'm happy
Yeah,
about
I feel
that.
great.
And there's another championship we got to talk about.
Yes. Yeah, there was
Oh
another
yeah, that's
thing.
what I thought you were
Another
getting into.
champion.
No, because I was gonna, but then I realized that, oh my God, you
I had
you
that. I was
Yeah.
ready to tell.
Dark.
you had dart beef.
Dart beef.
We now, as we spoke about last episode 40, we had gone to a trivia night,
Yeah, it was a big Tuesday night last week.
big Tuesday night.
I got into a fight.
Well, no, we didn't go last week.
that
Oh,
was
that's right. It was.
yeah,
for
it's
right.
every
It's
other
every
week.
other week.
Right, you're right.
So I had a few friends that were gonna go. We met some people there. They were gonna go, and me and Chris, and we tried to get you to go there anyway.
But I was sick. I
You
wasn't.
were sick.
I wasn't just
I
no
know.
showing you.
So anyway, we went last night, and what did we do, Chris? Do you remember?
I think we won.
Did we win?
I think we won the whole
Yeah, we
thing.
won.
Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
think we were the best
Thank you.
team by a lot.
Yeah, we got.
Was it? Yeah. Well, how close was this? Because
It
I
was-
got
no, no,
text.
It was so
wasn't
close
close.
that no, it wasn't. It was so not close that at the end they had to split us up.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand who splits up a good team.
Because they said we had too many people.
It was just the two of you, I thought.
No.
No, the two of us. and the
Oh,
people.
it was like, I thought it was just the two of you.
No, it was a big event.
Would you guys name the
The
adult
fans
babies
were
again?
out, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But at the end, so there was 6 of us, and they were like, you just 3 people at like the final.
Yeah, the last
you
round
can
was
tell
just 3 people.
your buddy, the host, didn't want us to win. He didn't want us to win. He
No,
wanted
he
the other
did not
team to
want
win.
us to win.
He hates us because of me.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to keep going there and winning. Next time, if I'm healthy, I'm going.
All right. So yeah, it was.
Hopefully, I don't get into a fight there.
We got to.
I'll tell you, this is why we won though, because we had 2 different generations. We had
That was the key.
Yeah, we had Chris, and your lady were over there.
Yeah.
And
Diesel.
Diesel. Yes, that's right. So
Do I know
we-
Diesel?
Yeah.
Was he the one that was on the show? No.
He was on
No.
on the old show.
Oh, I missed that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very fun guy. Yeah.
All right.
Be interesting to get him over here.
I would love to see the two of you interact.
Yeah, you guys are
Is
sort
this
of.
like? Do you think we'd get along?
You're like.
or
Similar.
do you think we're too much alike where we'd go?
No, I
clash?
think you'd get along.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let's do it. Bring him on the show.
So yeah, you and him would be interesting together.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Interesting
So,
dynamic.
See who
So there
could
was
get
there was
higher.
there was like 2 generations. So if there was like stuff that was younger than us, than me and my buddies, then Chris would pick up the slack. If there's stuff that was like old for the old guys, we would pick up the slack.
Yeah. That's a good mix.
it
right
worked.
there.
It was the
It
dynamic
worked.
duo, and we didn't do well until the very end, the last one
Yeah,
it counted.
we killed it.
and we killed.
I'm proud of you guys.
I
You
had to
sent me that
step out.
text, and I was like, all right, good, they won.
Yeah,
I was happy.
It was
about
fun. We got
We had to
a.
show that guy what was up.
I
got-
want to win so much that we can go back and tell Dan that his questions are trash, and we know
his
them all.
questions are good.
No,
Listen,
he does have good
No,
questions.
I know. Even if they are good,
he runs a good trivia. He runs a good
It's great.
trivia. I will say that
It's-
again.
I hope
Like,
I go
I
to
have
his-
no issue with
if
it.
I
It's
go to
really
his
good.
trivia once and win. Whoo!
Oh God.
Ugh.
That's why I wish you were there.
I will
last
be
night.
there. I will be
that
there.
would've been
We're
great.
gonna
We'll
win.
probably never win again. But
Yes, we will.
all right.
I'm a winner.
Well,
Did you win darts?
A team's a winning dart, but we lost. We went against the best team and we lost. I was a little strung, so you know.
So yeah, it was.
Fuck you,
You're
bro.
a winner.
All right.
You're a winner.
1994 Hawks champions. Woo!
See, I
I knew that was coming.
bro, that was over 20 years ago, right?
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. He had 2,000 all-purpose yards.
No, that wasn't that year. I had 2,000 all-purpose yards in '98.
right. Somehow, something. There was a big dream in
Do
1998.
you have like?
We have footage of
Do
the
you
game.
have
There was no footage.
pictures on your walls and stuff?
No, I have nothing from that
By the way,
time.
what number? What number were you? How do you
got
not
the
know?
jersey
'Cause
frame.
and honestly, it wasn't like I had the same number every year.
You
We
know
weren't
he's
able
got
to
the
do that.
jersey frame.
So I had different numbers. I don't remember what it was the year we won the championship.
Which one was your favorite?
You know what's funny? I never had my favorite.
You
My
never
number's
had a favorite
25.
number?
No, my number's 25.
Oh, okay.
Never had that number in Hawks
Really?
football. Yeah, just never worked out. I was like 42 one year. I think I was 35
Ronnie
one
Lott.
year. Yeah, Christian Okoye.
Yeah.
Those are the people I was thinking of at that
Yeah.
times.
All right. Hey, listen. Are we at that?
There's one more thing I wanted to
we
bring
got
up.
one more thing.
Yeah, I actually did want to talk about one more thing, and this is the political thing that I just wanted to hear your
Oh,
guys'
Oh,
view on.
right, yeah.
So today, the 23rd of January in 2019, New York State decides to pass a law that makes abortions legal up until basically birth. You're legally allowed to have an abortion in the 3rd trimester, which is like crazy, like full-blown fetus, heartbeat, everything.
But is that the
Here's
whole-
the rule.
Oh,
though.
yeah, is that the whole story? 'Cause
it's
something
not
doesn't sound right.
It's not blatantly legal. It's apparently if there is a medical issue or the life-threatening issue with the mother. Which, listen, I get it in saving the mother, but when you're that far along, usually when the wife or the mother is in health is iffy,
Yeah.
they usually like do a C-section, like some sort of emergency surgery. They don't just kill the baby.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
an
know the whole
expert on
story. I
this.
tried to read up on it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I didn't want to get too
I got
political.
so
I was
bored.
just curious
All
your
right.
views because there's been an outright uproar
I
on
have
social
no,
media.
I
today.
have no
didn't hear
issue
about
with
it.
abortion. That doesn't.
And that's
bother
what
me.
I was going to say. As a pro-choice person,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
really
not-
have an issue with. I don't know if I would do it myself, but I don't have an
who
issue
in their
with other
right
people.
mind? See, normally
but-
I don't. People do what you want to do.
Yeah.
To me, having an abortion in the last month or two You're
I don't
you're
think
aborting
that-
a fully developed baby, pretty much.
All right, but the details could be if
That's what I'm
if the
wondering,
mother
yeah.
is in such a spot where
Is it just across the board? Like, oh,
It's
I
New York.
decided
I don't-
that-
No,
I-
it's supposed to be like
All right,
health
so
related
that's like
issues.
part
so
of
it
the
might
thing,
be
so it's
something
not-
where like it's I don't
It might be, there's a lot of times that to kill both of them.
But think about
So,
how
like,
much of an argument
right.
there was to do it within the first trimester. Now
I get it, but
we're,
it's
we're
not-
pushing it down to almost birth.
But
It's
we're
getting a
talking
little
about in
crazy.
the first trimester where it's just I just decided I want to have an abortion.
Listen.
This is not that.
I know, and,
Yeah.
and that's why I said I am pro-choice.
So it's tricky. I need to read the
Yeah,
the whole
I wasn't
thing.
sure if you guys knew too much
Yeah,
about it.
no.
I
I
wasn't
didn't- I actually
trying
didn't
to
see
make
I
it
anything
didn't.
on it
I didn't
today,
see
but-
anything about
But
it.
I would love to hear from our listeners if your views on it. I would honestly.
Yeah.
I think this is something that we
Don't-
could talk about. That's,
Yeah, it is
and,
interesting.
And the three of us, I don't think would argue on it
No,
because I
no,
think we
I
could
don't
have a
think so. I
legit
think-
conversation. I'm curious to hear people's thoughts,
I
views.
think that sometimes these bills are passed, whatever, and there's a lot of gray area that it's just like a headline
And
for
that's
people
what I
to
think,
post.
too. I
and
think it's-
And normally I agree, but I was seeing reactions from people who I would consider well versed, significantly more than me in politics.
Yeah, but
and who I would think
with what kind of agenda? Is
And
it?
this is my point.
Yeah.
With a non-bias, like I'm talking about people who I respect that I could listen to their view and know that it's not.
Like who? Do you have a name?
I'm not putting people's names.
Yeah,
on.
no.
Oh, are they
Um,
like your friends?
Yeah, the people I know.
Oh, then I can't.
Oh,
trust
yeah,
it.
I'm not talking. I'm talking because that's who I saw the uproar from. Is
Oh,
my
yeah,
friends,
yeah.
and that's what made me think that I want to bring it up on the show because these people are going to be the ones who are listening to us.
Gotcha.
I think
And-
if it's just you can walk in and be like, I decided I want to have a kid. I'm super against that when it's like a kid.
Yeah,
You know,
and
when
I
it's
don't.
My thing is
but I
doctors-
don't think it's that.
This can't be that.
I don't think
it
it's that.
might be something where it's like for the better of the.
It's supposed to be
like-
for the better of the mother. Like so.
But it also might be the better of the.
at what point is
unborn
killing the baby a better unborn?
It might be a situation where they
There
both
are
die,
some
and
If you're going to kill,
situations where they're
listen,
both
I
gonna
come
die.
from a family with my aunt had Down syndrome. So if
Right.
you're going to sit here and say because there's a health risk with the baby coming out, you know what? You give him birth and you decide to go through with that.
I think
It just because the baby's unhealthy or not going to be what you had hoped or want doesn't give you the right to
I
terminate
don't
it
think
that
that's.
late.
I don't think that's what this
we're
is.
talking about, though.
I think this
Yeah.
is either the baby is going to die, it's going, or the mother is going. I think there's
Yeah.
probably some stuff in there
There's
that
probably some nuance to this that
I think it's crazy, personally.
it doesn't.
But
seem-
I want to get
listen,
people's reactions
off
from it.
off listening to it with knowing nothing about it. It doesn't seem,
Yeah, it just seems like what?
and I don't think that's.
I would have a hard time believing that it would pass.
It passed.
No.
Oh.
If it's just a baby killing bill.
And it's not.
But
It's
that's
not-
the other
mean?
thing
Like,
where people
it
think it's
can't
also
be.
such a
Like-
there's such a wide gap between the two parties now that people almost say that it's almost more of a political statement for this situation is more the Democrats pushing this through New York than it was Republicans. But I'm not even getting into that. I'm just saying that it's almost looking like a political FU almost. You know what I
but
mean?
is your friend on Facebook saying that, or
No,
what's
not
the-
at
yeah.
all. That's my
Like
opinion.
my thing is I think I need to read the bill because I doubt that it would pass through because just because the parties are separate. I mean, there's still like a state senate.
Hey, I hear you.
There's large chunks of New York State that are super red.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So-
hear you. I hear you. We're
so
still
i-
pretty
if
much
this
predominantly
passed-
blue state, though.
Yeah, in presidential elections and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If this passed, I mean,
You're thinking
it would
getting
have to have some
both
sort
parties,
of
you think?
bipartisan
Yeah,
support.
fair
I
Of
enough.
think.
course,
I
of
think.
course. Yeah.
I hear
Yeah,
you,
I
but
think so.
I'm
But
curious
I
to
have
see.
to
I just
look
want to
into
hear
it for
people's
sure.
thoughts
The
on
the
it.
headline definitely sounds like that.
And well,
makes
that's
no sense.
the
Yeah.
other thing that
That's
I
part of the
also want to
problem.
bring up is that it's so terrible that you can't even read a headline that you believe.
No, well, it's
That's
all
why
clickbait.
it's tough to
well,
even.
it's companies make
yeah.
money. So like how ads work online
Yeah.
is like if whatever company puts out, like Gawker say, puts out a headline and you click on it, whatever ads are on that page, they're making a chunk of money.
Oh,
from it.
yeah.
So it's
just crazy.
and then you read the article and you're like, wait, that's not what this says at all.
Oh, the fucking old bait and switch, bro.
Yeah.
the
That's why
clickbait,
I have
it's
such a
fucking
hard
crazy.
time even getting into
listen,
reading it because it's like I don't know
tough.
what to believe.
One of my
these
favorite
days.
places where I get news from lately, I go to BBC. You get an
love
outside.
BBC. I love. I
You
watch
just go from
Euro
an
News in the
outside
morning.
source
Yeah.
because they usually have
Kind of objectively looking at
a
it.
more objective view than you
Yeah.
would
That
if you're
makes sense,
watching
yeah.
Fox or if you're watching CNN
Yeah.
or whatever station you choose to
I
watch.
throw them on. Euro News is good.
It's your best, your most. I think your most objective news is outside of the
outside of the
U.S.
country.
100%.
But I was just thought it was
Well,
food
it's
for thought.
interesting. I
That
would
is
definitely like to
interesting.
know
Yeah, I
more
wanna
about
look
it.
into that.
Yeah, and I think it's just crazy, and it's all they keep referring back to Roe versus Wade, and like, it's just crazy to me that this debate is still going on.
Well,
I mean, it's never going to end. But
You look at like all of the debates that we're currently having, and they're like, you can watch old presidential debates
And they're
from
the
the
same
70s.
thing.
and
Yeah. It's
the
crazy.
same shit. You're
it's like
wait, what?
It's
it's
all
like
the same issues over and
technologically
over
we're
again.
advancing, and it almost seems like socially, as much
We're,
as
like,
we're
stuck.
making strides in certain areas, it's like one step forward, 10 steps back.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy.
It's nuts,
Like I
dude.
feel like we're living in a time now where this country is more divided than ever.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
And like and it's just mind-boggling how in this day and age that things are just going. It's like as technological advances move forward, like people are just getting dumber.
Well, it's also
Well, like you don't have to use your brain as much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
That's
people are
what
getting
they-
lazy almost.
the more information that we have thrown to us, it's almost like you don't know. I don't.
I don't have to find out. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It's all
You
there.
used to
That's
have to
just-
go to the library and
You
look
don't
up like
know-
the Dewey Decimal System to get
Exactly.
books to do reports and like
Even
quote
this-
your sites. And now it's like I just Googled it.
It's
and
headlines.
fucking-
It's
yeah.
Twitter. I see like the top 10 news stories of the day.
And I'm like, oh,
I
that's
don't
what
know
happened.
what happened,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, this happened, that happened, this, and it's like we really don't know anything about what's going on.
And it's all pick and choosing on what stories get brought forward and which
Yeah.
ones go.
which
you
is
know.
funny because on my Twitter news feed, I saw none of this today.
Yeah, I didn't see.
And you didn't see
And
it
that's
either.
why I
At
was,
all.
and this is why I brought it up to B. I was like, listen, I wanted to talk about this on the show. I was just curious if you guys saw it, and both of you had no idea, and I thought that was crazy in myself because I'm like,
It's
dude,
very
it's been
interesting.
all
well,
over
because
my
they
feed.
kind of like cater
It's
to what they think you're interested. in.
it shows
weird.
to exactly what you follow and it's all done like that. So this didn't show up anywhere. So the number one thing on your feed was this thing, or it was
But
top
it
up there?
wasn't like my feed from news. I don't follow any news thing. I'm talking about the
Right.
people
No,
I
but they
follow.
curate,
People you
like-
follow.
were talking about it.
They have
Yeah.
algorithms that curate like what they think you're going to be most interested
Yeah.
in, and they put that first. It's
Very
fucking
interesting.
Crazy.
That's
dude.
why
Like,
you
for
only. They
me,
said there's only ways why you see like when you're on Facebook, you see the same people
see the
over
same people.
and over.
you might be friends with 500 people, but
Oh,
you
that's
see
what I said.
about
I only
50
see 10
people's
people's
posts.
posts, and the people I happen to see today were all about it. And then I brought it up on my group, my softball, because it's 18 guys on there,
Yeah.
and they were all knew about it and were huge conversation
Interesting.
on my group chat today. So I was just, I
Crazy,
thought you guys might have heard about it.
No,
And,
Nothing.
My,
I
my
heard
news
nothing
feed
about
has
it.
been Venezuela all day. They're like overthrowing the government or something like that.
those
Jesus.
won't even getting started there.
That's
It's just always crazy. We're probably doing that, honestly.
no, we are. Oh, we're
Yeah.
definitely doing
The
that.
CIA is definitely, that's what we
Yeah,
do.
no,
Yeah.
Do coups left and right.
no. we decided that the old president isn't president anymore.
Yeah, that's basically what we
And then
do.
we
It's like,
just-
you know what? He's
we
not
picked a
catering
new
to us
guy.
too much.
Right.
Let's get
Mike
a new
Pence
guy
said
in.
it yesterday. He's like, no, this is the
No,
new
this is the
president.
guy.
Yeah, like this is him.
This is a guy.
And
the
the,
guy
old
now.
president's like, wait, what?
Wait, I thought I was president. That's why I love you. You
What
guys ever see
happened?
American Made?
No.
What did,
I don't think I
what's the
have.
guy's name? The-
Oh,
Sounds familiar.
is that the Tom Cruise
Yeah.
CIA where they dropped the
exactly.
drugs? I didn't
Basically,
see it, but I
the
heard it was good.
CIA.
But
in
that's
the
like all
80s
true. Like
oh,
that
that's
happened.
100%
Yeah.
facts. That's why Reagan gets so much shit. Is because in the 1980s, his whole war on drugs was the CIA
He was the only
supplied
one bringing
it.
the drugs in.
The CIA
Yeah.
supplied all the guns for all the fucking rebels that were in like Mexico and
Yeah.
everywhere down there. And then on top of that, we were supplying all the drugs, or at least paying for all the drugs to come here. It's just been a whole fucking. The CIA's always got
There
their
is
hands in
some,
everything.
there's
Yeah.
some creepy
sure do.
clusterfuck shit that happens.
Oh, it's so much stuff. But that guy, the guy who I forget his first name, it's bothering me. But the guy Tom Cruise plays is in that. If you look into documentaries on this guy, it's amazing stuff. Like it's just an interesting
Yeah.
guy's life to
I think I'm
follow
gonna watch that tonight.
because he did a lot of, not even on the movie, just like from the '60s. There's a really good documentary about him on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
And that's what
You know
happens.
what
I
it's
watch,
called?
like I was telling you, I'll find out for you guys. I'll let you know. But I watch a movie that's like based on a true story, and it's like clockwork. I get obsessed with it, and then I watch documentaries about the real
I
thing.
do that too.
Yeah.
And that's
I
what I,
did
do.
that shit with the Zodiac Killer.
So did
saw
I.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Zodiac
There was
was-
2 Zodiac movies too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that with Bohemian Rhapsody, which was a great movie,
didn't
and then I
see
wound
that
up
still,
watching
yeah.
so much stuff on Queen, and it was
Yeah,
amazing.
we watched the whole thing on it. On
How
the way.
Black Panther is nominated for Best Picture, and the Avengers wasn't. Don't even get me started.
I can care less about either one of
I
them.
don't care about either of those either.
It's not that I care, but I'm a huge movie guy, and every year during the Oscars,
like
I watch.
superhero
Me
movies,
neither. Superhero
But it's not a
movies don't get me.
superhero thing. I'm talking about the Oscars in general.
Yeah.
It got a superhero movie just got voted Best Picture, which is a joke in itself. It shouldn't be in the mix.
Some of
But
the-
if
but
you're
like The
going
Dark
to pick
Knight?
one, The Dark Knight deserved everything.
Deserves
it got,
everything
'cause
it
that
got,
wasn't
'cause that
really.
was a
It was a
damn good
superhero movie, but
movie.
that was a great movie.
Yeah.
So was the Black Panther and the Avengers, but they're not Best Picture material.
Yeah.
And if you're going to pick one, the Avengers movie was significantly better than Black Panther, in my opinion.
Hmm.
So that was my gripe with it. But,
You guys want to see a good movie that's going to make you cry?
Yes.
22 July.
I think I saw that.
It's really fucking
What's
heavy.
it about?
Uh,
Oh, is that with that in London or something?
Norway.
Norway.
Shooting.
Yep, I
okay.
saw that.
It's real heavy.
Yeah.
But damn, one of the best
In
movies
London.
I've ever seen.
The 22 July was actually really good. I did see that. It was excellent.
I
There's been a
wanna-
few
yeah.
movies with similar storylines that
Yeah.
were really good like that.
Yeah, dude, that's nominated for some stuff. I think it's on Netflix.
Was it this year?
I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nominated
that was
for
this.
something.
I feel like that was last year, but I
No,
got to
that's-
double check.
that's
No, it's
pretty
just
new.
years
that's what
are-
I do every
years
year.
Are long.
I get all the movies that are up for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor and Actress,
Mm-hmm.
Best Picture, and usually I look at the Best Documentaries because
Oh, yeah.
that's one of the categories.
cool.
Yeah.
And then all of those movies that are up for those awards, I'll go and watch. And Best Director.
Is there any good documentaries you've seen?
I've seen so many. I'd have to.
Like recently?
Yeah, I'll send you a whole list. bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
'cause I'm
I
looking
can
for a
go
new
on.
one.
I told him I'm going to start coming up on the show every week and give you guys
Chick's
some
picks.
Yeah.
Chick's picks
Chick's
of like
picks.
movies and stuff that I saw. I'm not ready for that today because I don't have the movies in front of me. I want to
good
pick
idea.
them, but I'm
Yeah.
going to start doing that for everybody
I like
because I
that.
watch so much shit.
I didn't know you were still into movies.
Oh, it's
Big
huge.
time, yeah.
And I love critiquing them, so I'm going to start throwing them out there for
Chick's
everybody,
picks. I
and
love
hopefully people stop watching.
We would
them.
love Chick's picks.
My number one recommendation this week: David Goggins, baby. Everybody, go
David
get him.
Goggins.
It's changing my
Goggins.
life.
If it could turn you around,
It's turning me around.
Just
I'm
think what
telling
it
you,
could do
people,
for you.
think about what it is going to do for you. Not what it can, what it is. Just listen to it.
all right.
So worth it.
Very good. I
could still go, but you
Yep.
guys.
no. I don't know.
Good.
No, I'm just saying in general.
If you-
Like,
if
I'm
you
a
have-
talkative person today.
Yeah.
I don't really have much.
I love it.
He's,
You're alive, bro.
He's alive, baby.
I'm alive again. I'm back.
You're back.
We're very happy to have you back.
Yep. I'm glad to
Let's
be
let's
back.
hope it continues. We wish you much success in the new job.
Yep, I
Yeah.
appreciate it, guys.
And yeah, I like this chick. This is
I like
fun.
this chick. This chick's good.
Yeah,
This is a good chick.
it's a good chick.
This is fun. Hey guys, it was fun hanging out with you today.
Yes,
This
it was
was fun.
very
It
fun.
was
I
a lot
actually had a
of fun.
great time
This was a
today.
good
Me
time.
too.
Despite feeling under the weather, I had a great time.
Good. Sometimes getting out is good.
It
you
is
know?
good.
Yeah,
It's good. It gets you going. It gets
And you sound like clearer than you did when we started.
yeah, you do.
What do you mean?
Like you sound less sick.
You sound
Oh, I
less
do.
sick.
Yeah.
You guys can admit
You
that
still
I did
look
sound
sick.
sick.
You sounded sick, and
Yep.
then
But you sound less sick.
yeah,
Good. I'm glad.
still got all that forehead sweat though.
That's because I feel like I'm sweating out
Yeah.
some of the sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it is. I could see a little sliver.
This is a pimple that
No,
I popped.
I see a little sliver of fog in the glasses.
that always
Oh, he's
happens.
getting hot.
Yeah, it's getting hot under the.
It's
You
good.
know what's fucked up too? At work, there's like cold spots in my building, and like there's a factory in there
Ghosts.
where it's freezing, and then there's like
That sounds like
offices
ghosts.
where
I think
it's
that's
super
ghosts.
hot. No, it's just I'm
No, it's
like
ghosts.
in and out of cold and hot all day. I feel like I'm going
yeah.
through menopause.
Yeah.
no, you are going.
Might be. Might be.
It's not the building. Jeff.
Oh no, you're probably right. But hey, everybody, give us emails to adultbabiesshow@gmail.com.
Yeah. do
I
that.
noticed we got a we got a review. Keep them coming.
Oh,
we
whoever
really
did that review, we
it.
appreciate it. Thank you for what you said. And everybody else, keep them coming.
Keep
Go
'em
on
coming.
to iTunes, review us, rate us, and keep listening, everybody. We love you.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Peace.